When a person visits a web page associated with your business, the first thing after compelling graphics that attracts his or her attention is content. Research says that within 1.2 seconds, the visitor decides if your website is worth exploring or not. By page, we refer to web page, social media page, or even a business profile page. We have all heard that content is king. Earlier, it was website content, but the impact of social media and its integration with content has given a new meaning and role in marketing to content simply by itself. Rebecca Leib of Altimeter says that the demand for content has never been higher and it's still growing. Earlier in marketing, brands were the only publishers of content that included ads, brochures, or case studies. Now channels have proliferated and so have publishers. There has been a fundamental shift in the way we create and consume and share content. There are around 500 million tweets that are posted in a day, 4.75 billion of content is shared, and 1.8 billion photographs are uploaded, and 700 million Snapchats are sent. And these are the stats of 2014. Marketing used to be about making a myth and telling it. Now it's about telling the truth and sharing it. Mark Matthew of Unilever is one of the best marketeers around. From where we stand now, we are at the story-making stage because we are inviting our consumers to work with the brand and be a part of our story. Media convergence is a new term, and it is the phenomena involving the interconnection of information and communication technologies, computer networks, and media content. It brings together the 3 C's, computing, communication, and content, and is a direct consequence of digitization of media content and the popularization of the internet. Media convergence transforms established industries, services, and work practices and enables entirely new forms of content to emerge. It erodes long-established media industry and content silos and increasingly uncouples content from particular devices, which in turn presents major challenges for public policy and regulation. So now, a business can have one tone, but its employee can be speaking in another tone on social media channels, and this is a big challenge for most businesses. There are 5 major elements of media convergence. They are technological, the industrial, the social, the textual, and the political. As marketing, we are very much concerned with the social, the textual, and the technological. The 3 kinds of media are paid, owned, and earned. Converged media results in content begetting more content and is a part of all the media. Paid media would be the advertisements that you're doing, the brochures that you are creating, or the writers that you are paying to create content for you. Owned media is what is owned by the corporates. It could be videos, it could be instruction documents, or it could be brochures, or it could be advertisements. Earned media is now very much a part of marketing. It is about how others react to your content and talk about it online. So that is organic earned media, and this is what good marketeers, good content marketers, or good digital marketers actually aim for. They want other people to be talking about you voluntarily, out of their own, without any payment, while talking, of course, positively. Kinds of content include websites, white papers, case studies, audios, videos, infographics, reviews, posts, ads, blog posts and articles. The list just goes on and on and on. Even Emoction makes it to a kind of content because we are now increasingly using Emotions to be a part of our messaging system. And this is an infographic that tells you about the 17 types of content that Google will simply eat up. I simply love this infographic. It's the Google monster that it's eating up all the kinds of media that we just talked about. So what is the objective of any content? It is to get the users one step ahead in the conversion funnel and to retain them. It's not just you're creating content just for the heck of creating content or just because you like creating content. There is an objective behind it, and that is to get the viewers or the visitors to your website or the viewers of your profile one step ahead in the conversion funnels or the sales funnel and retain them. So that's a tough objective, and how do you achieve it? Well, you start by identifying your goal. In basic terms, what are you trying to use your content to do for your campaign? What are the pain points that your content will help to solve? Identify your audience and segment them into micro levels. Try to find what valuable experience about from the product or service that you can deliver at a given stage to your target audience journey, and what makes your approach to delivering this value differently. Remember, your competitors out there. So what's the different story that you're talking about? Or what kind of solution are you giving to their problems? These all are part of your objective. In the early stages, just 8% of people are reading your content. When they are in the middle stage or the maybe stage, around 32% of the people are consuming content by a product or service. But it's the final stage that 60% people are actually looking at content, reading it, reviewing it. It could be reviews, it could be case studies, it could be, product specs, any kind of content that makes the buyer take the decision to buy a certain product or service. And this is how the buyer's service goes around. Understand the buyer's decision-making process. The first thing that a buyer comes to is the online influencers. They will read reviews, they will read comments, they might go to podcasts and even blogs. Then it's the discovery, like, okay, this product exists, they have positive reviews, but then why buy from them only? So they educate and then they search. They compare and then they consider, okay, should I buy now? Are they giving me a discount? Who to buy from? And finally, they decide to buy from you, and some of the factors that could work in your favor would be trust, capacity, and capability. Create a persona for each buyer stage. At the top of the funnel, your objective is to create awareness about a product or service. Next should be the middle of the funnel, that is evaluation. So the objective here should address the customer pain points, and the type of content should be very niche, useful, and very timely, like this is the pain point and this is how we have a solution to it. At the bottom of the funnel is when you are finally the visitor or the customer prospect has decided to take you or buy your product, and at this time you have to keep them in the loop for custom offers, product demos, case studies. These are the kinds of things that they're looking about when they decide to buy you over your competitors. And finally, at the retained customer stage, your objective is just to increase the sales or the transactions per customer. And the type of content here is personalized recommendation, which Amazon does an amazing job. Products that cost more, in the buyer stage, the decision to buy them takes much more longer time. Products that cost less, people just buy them on impulse. So when creating content, also try and keep that in mind. Types of content for different social medias. You need different kinds of content. So use Facebook for the middle of the funnel and the bottom of the funnel, because this is a platform to interact with people you already know. Use Twitter for top of the funnel, because this network can be used to broadcast your perceptions, new ideas, and reactions. YouTube you can use for all stages of the funnel, including retention. G+ for top, bottom, and retention. It's a perfect place to explore your passions, connect with people that you may not know but who share the same interests. Pinterest is used generally for the middle of the funnel when people are all in the exploring phase and you're pinning up things that reflect your interests or are expressive about you. LinkedIn can again be used for the middle of the funnel and the bottom of the funnel, because this account is suited for pimping yourself out, in other words, like marketing yourself and your abilities to others. If you have like Instagram, you can use Instagram, especially if you're into luxury goods, products, celebrities. You have to be on Instagram because people are there and they are very much interested in that type of content and products and services. So for the top of the funnel and the middle of the funnel, again, you can use Instagram. Now, this is the content cycle. You start with the research phase, the strategy, the creation, the publication, the distribution, and the analysis, as in this is cyclic. When you're doing your research, you find out what benefits does the visitor expect from the product or service. And then when you come to the strategy, then you create based on those benefits and based on when you research where your customers are and at what buying decision stage do they search for what particular type of content, you create your strategy. Then you create the content. Then you publish them where it's relevant. You distribute them, and then you again analyze what's working for you and what is not. To become a successful content marketer or to market yourself very successfully through content, here are some of the guidelines. Research your target market well and create content for them. Design content to unify the brand experience, like each channel should be talking the same language and should have the same colors or the logos or the kind of tone that the content is speaking about. Score the web to get consumer insights. You must know what your consumers like and dislike, or what are the pain points, or because you need to create content around it, you need to resolve your consumers' problems. And therefore, research a lot on the web about their pain points. Finally, when you have created your content, assess it for all worthiness. Analyze what content is working and what is not, because it makes a lot of difference when you're again going to create new content. For example, if you find that your consumers prefer videos over visuals or infographics, go in for more videos. Don't waste your time creating infographics again and again. Of course, multiplicity of content does matter, but the content that is attracting more conversions or more sharing or is attracting more leads, that is the basic thing that you are out there doing content marketing for. So make sure you're using it. These are some of the measurement parameters that we are using. The measurement parameters are awareness, reach, engagement, and conversions. How many people are aware of your content? How many people like for example, take Facebook as an example. How many people are aware that you exist? That would depend on the number of likes. The reach would depend upon how many people read your post. The engagement, about how many people commented on it or shared. And the conversions was how many people just came and took up, signed up for your event or visited your web page or even clicked on your ad. So these are some of the measurement parameters that will tell you how successful the content that you have created for marketing is working